Hello guys, it's also Light here. So I know a lot of people have been wanting some Dragon Ball Z team training. So today I'm just going to give you a video of comparing Jiren and Zamasu. And yes, these guys are at the same level. The level doesn't really matter. It's mainly the stats and what they can do and who would be a better use when you're battling, depending on which one you want to use. I mean, if you love Merge Zamasu, you can use him. If you love Jiren, you can use him. It doesn't really matter. So let me get into why and who I think is better. So I'm just gonna say right off the bat, I think Jiren is a much better choice, and it's not just because it's Jiren, and I'm gonna actually be explaining why. So if you look at their stats, you can obviously see that Jiren's health, his attack, and his defense is higher. His special attack is not higher, his special defense is not higher, but his speed is higher though. So all except for two stats are actually higher than Merge Zamasu's. For this Merge Zamasu and for this Jiren, Jiren's ability is actually better because it's sturdy, so he can't get one shotted by like Goku's Dragon Fist. Prevents ability reduction. I mean, I guess you could say that's okay, but that's not something that that's that useful for real, for real. So I actually did make them battle. So if they were to go head to head with like no type of hyper mode or no type of outside boost, Merge Zamasu would actually win because I did test this out. I did God Blades versus Power Impact, and as you can see, Power Impact is stronger, but Jiren only did 73 damage and Zamasu did 87 damage, which is a 15 damage difference. Which that only being the case because Zamasu's special attack is obviously 14 higher, so it would only make sense that he would do 15 more damage than Jiren when they're using their special attacks. So the main part that got me with Zamasu is that, like I said, his move set is not all that. Like as you can see, God Slicer, which mainly depends on critical hit ratios, his Kinesis, which isn't even all that, Energy Shot, which is garbage, God Blaze, which is actually a good move and his most powerfulest move. And even then, I still think Jiren is a better choice simply because he has Power Impact. And actually, when he uses Hyper Mode, he's way stronger than he was before. Now, obviously, if Zamasu hits him and then he uses hyper mode, obviously unless he gets a critical, he's not going to one shot him, and which is going to lead to Jiren losing anyway. So head to head, most likely Zamasu is going to win, even when he does power up using hyper mode. Because if he only does it once, you have to hope for a critical because he's, like I said, he's probably not going to one shot him. So I mean, he did when I used him, but that's only because of how much HP Zamasu had, and I already can tell that he's not going to be able to one shot him. So you're going to have to hope for a critical. So in most situations, I can obviously see that Zamasu is going to win either way, but obviously Jiren has a much better moveset. He has Oversight, Hyper Mode, Power Impact, and Counter. Now, obviously, I do know that you can use Power Up on Zamasu if you give him that move, but it's not all that either. It's not as good as Hyper Mode. I'm not sure if Zamasu can learn Hyper Mode, but from my knowledge, he can't, because if he did, I would probably have that move on him so he could power up his own moves. So as far as my knowledge, comes to me, it doesn't. I don't think that Zamasu has that move, because like I said, if he did, I would have put it on him because his moves are not even that strong for real, for real. So I would obviously recommend Jiren over Zamasu, just from the simple fact of Jiren is more reliable. And as you can see, Zamasu is like his most powerful move is God Blades, and for real, for that's all he has, because God Slicer is not that reliable unless you get a critical hit. Which unless you put there should be an item that boosts the critical hit ratio, and even then, I still wouldn't rely on him because basically all of Jiren's moves are reliable: Power Impact, Counter, Hyper Mode, and he can stand against the hit because his defense is higher. I mean, not that much, but his defense is still higher. So I would trust him a lot more. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video for today. I will make another Dragon Ball Z team training video. I don't know what it's gonna be. I'll have to see. I don't know if I'll record it today or tomorrow. But like I said, this is just a comparison, just a quick one. And I will pick Jiren over Zamasu. Now Ultra Instinct Goku, which I know that's what you guys probably want to see me kind of make a comparison to. I might do a comparison on that, but obviously when I get into like the calculations, I'm assuming Ultra Instinct is going to be more powerful. I'm going to assume that it's not. Don't quote me on it yet, but I'm going to assume that he's going to be more powerful. But actually, from the looks of it, if I go to that, I mean, look at that difference. Oh my God, it's ridiculous. And then he's not even low. I know he's not level 100, but just the so fucking crazy. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video for today. This has been Also Gamer July here. Have a great day.